topic. I'm glad you took it that way because that's the next topic. Black people that boycott versus the black people that go against the boycott. Now, we had a boycott in the 60s where we did the bus boycott. Took a year of hitting their motherfucking pockets, but we got change, right? So now, I guess what I'm trying to ask here is, do you think our modern boycotts are effective as in comparison to what happened with the bus
Absolutely
boycott?
not.
I think I agree with you.
Absolutely not. It's not even close.
I think it's too much division on it.
Yeah.
Where with the bus boycott, you basically had everybody participating in the shit.
Yeah.
Right? And now you get your Tatums and all that shit where they basically, they want to go this way, that way, and all this kind of shit.
Well, one of the main reasons for that too, it's a different. The times are different. Not making excuses for the day's boycott.
Back on, fella.
Not to make excuses for the day's boycott versus back then. The times were vastly different as well.
Everything
That's
all
what I'm
right?
about to say.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything all right?
Yeah. You know, it's a little harder for some to just say, I can't stop doing this because of the situation
Well,
that
back
they
then, I
probably in.
think also like more black people were oppressed. And hurting,
Yeah.
right?
And then
So
now,
now
I think
there you go.
that is a major
You
part
have
of it.
more successful, affluent black people.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
it's because if you talk to our parents, right? If I go talk to my mom and tell her I did something or said something at work, her first thing is, well, you know you can't push too much. Because that's what she from that
Yeah,
era
right.
where they didn't mess with them. So you got to be careful. And I'm like, mama, nah,
Yeah.
get out of here with that. So the newer generation is starting to see that they have a voice and they have a little more power. And you have to have that attitude if you want to move forward.
Yeah.
And then the younger black people, they so self-absorbed.
Oh,
with
they don't
social
even know what's
media
going on.
And going to the club and
Yeah.
be like, hey man, look.
Okay.
When I was younger, I partied
Okay,
too. Like,
I was getting ready to say.
I don't have a problem with people partying.
Yeah, doing their
But
thing.
at the same time,
Be aware.
especially now, you have to be
Aware.
You have to be
in their defense-
knowledgeable about what's going on
Yeah.
outside the club.
Yeah, but in their
Yeah.
defense,
You know what
we
I'm
were the
saying?
same. It was a lot of stuff going on when we grew up.
But
Like,
it's
I wasn't
worse
too
now,
concerned
is what I'm
about
saying.
voting and all that. Now, I done got older. Like, I'm telling everybody listening, in November, you got to get out and vote.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the main
And not
thing you
just
got
the
to do.
presidential board. You got to vote for all these.
You got
the
to,
local
the
stuff.
local, because that's
Yeah.
what moves.
Probably
Yeah.
more so.
Yes.
Definitely more so. Definitely to this
That's how you
generation,
get the
this
fight
age.
back.
Yeah.
Right. So what do y'all think about Jay-Z signing the deal?
finna
with
get
Target?
to that.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
finna get to that.
I'm smarter than you, so I'm ahead of you.
So, because my second question, you actually answered that one too. Because I was finna say why they so divided. And that is the actual answer about the black people that are having something. So the next thing is, and it's on the Jay-Z thing, how many of y'all feel like Jay-Z is an ally of black people with this boycott thing going on? With us trying to boycott different things.
He's an ally.
So
I know what he's saying.
I don't think he's an ally.
before you go there, enlighten me on what's the latest of what Jay-Z
Okay,
has done.
so
Jay-
you know
I
we
don't
got
know.
the boycott against Target.
Yes.
Right.
Well, he finna sell his
He's
shit
signing a deal with them.
through Target
Reasonable Doubt. He's putting.
Yeah.
He's
for the 30-year
releasing
anniversary.
Reasonable Doubt, the album
For the
through Target.
30-year anniversary.
Okay.
So you also
And only Target, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
it's
He
exclusively
signed
to
an
Target.
exclusive deal
yeah.
with Target.
So
Right.
and this ain't the first thing he's done. So you got when he did the Barclays Center with I think for the Brooklyn Nets. Mm-hmm. A lot of people considered that gentrification because that was a black neighborhood where black people were living,
Yeah, right.
and they got kind of thrown out of there. There was a third thing he did. What was when he took the NFL deal?
Yes.
When Colin Kaepernick was kneeling
Yes.
down and he got in on that.
But hold up. But he told he wasn't originally supposed to be the one. Remember, he took that from somebody, told somebody else.
It was Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri not
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
And then he come behind Jermaine Dupri.
Correct.
And did it in his own self.
So again,
So it's about money.
do you consider him an ally?
I think
No.
he's more greed than
He's
anything,
not an ally
man.
of black
No, he's not.
I wouldn't
Ally.
consider him an ally
No.
at that point. Because
Because-
now you'll do anything for money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you got money.
Correct.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I don't understand.
Correct.
But that goes back to my point of greed.
yeah.
I mean, how much money do you need?
Exactly.
Like,
When they get up there, it's never enough.
It's never
dog.
enough.
It's never enough. And this is the thing. We went over this with Stephen A. Smith, and I keep saying it. You keep fucking black people with this shit because the only reason white people come and get you is because you move the needle in the black community. But if you keep fucking over black people, you're not gonna move the needle no more.
Nicki Minaj.
Exactly. You're not
That
gonna
was
move
a
the needle
terrible,
no
terrible
more.
thing.
And when you don't
she don't
move,
know how stupid. I don't even know if she realized how
when you
stupid
don't
she
move
looked
the
at that
needle
point.
no more in the black community,
Yeah, but she was
white
doing it
folks
to
don't
help
need
her.
you no
Yeah,
more.
but that's what makes it even wrong. It
Yeah,
makes it
I
worse.
agree.
makes
I
it even
agree.
worse.
But-
Yeah.
White people don't need you if you can't move the
No,
black
they don't
community.
need
you.
So if you keep fucking over them, you're not gonna move the needle. And guess what? You're gonna be the next P. Diddy, the next any of them other niggas that sold out and then got their ass kicked by white folks when they didn't need them no
because
more.
it's proven, Chris.
Yeah,
The thing
it
is,
happens every
Nicki
time.
Minaj. Trump don't give a shit about what she doing at
No,
this
he
point.
don't.
OJ, he tried to split
Correct.
back over to the black community.
Cosby.
Nobody, everybody like, nah, Bill Cosby. So don't try to do
Bill
that.
Cosby is a great
And
example
then
of
come
this shit.
back and
Remember
try
when
to
he-
say, "Oh, I'm going to black churches."
When
now.
he talked about
The tennis shoe thing and all
he talked
that.
about women, the black women having babies and
And then he said you save up money to buy tennis shoes and all this shit. And then
And having all
soon
them
as the
kids.
black people didn't like it no more because of that shit, hey, what about these bitches you raped 50 years
Exactly.
ago?
Hold on.
Yeah.
What about this
Right.
shit? To your point of that, he talking about saving money to buy titty shoes when your Cosby specials goddamn sweaters was goddamn $300-$400. Like you didn't make that shit affordable for black people.
custom
But
sweaters.
it's
Yeah.
always the hypocrisy because he's saying that shit because he want to cuddle up to white folks and make them think he trying to say the same shit they say about black people. Then as soon as black people turn on, wait a minute, he ain't got no control over those black people no more. We don't need it. What, remember that rape he did?
Yeah, they gonna pull it
Yeah,
up.
and remember
They gonna pull it up.
Remember Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
When they fucked over him.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, it's the black people. OJ with the black churches. And they keep falling for the same bullshit
They never-
Same
over and
bullshit.
over again.
They don't really care
Thinking
about
they-
us.
Thinking
Black
them
people care
white
about
people.
their album.
They
Exactly.
think these white people gonna keep on cuddling them. When you a nigga that can't influence other black people, white folks don't
They
need
don't want you no more.
They don't need
They
you.
gonna kick you out. Yeah, because
They don't need you.
we was doing this without you. We
We-
just thought this would give us an additional.
We already know we can't control them, and since you can't either, get the fuck on.
We don't wanna talk to you no more.
Matter of fact, let's just send that nigga to jail.
And see,
Right.
that
Yeah.
goes back to slavery though, Chris. That's the difference between the house nigga and the yard nigga,
Yeah.
right? The house nigga he gonna hey massa, I saw Joe Blow doing AB
Yeah.
telling,
Yeah.
snitching.
Yeah.
Because he feel like he in a better position
Yeah.
and the white man like eating it up. But see,
Yeah.
if you don't have any streets for sense, you getting ready to fall for this, man.
Well, what's gonna fuck them up is the same thing I'm talking about, because eventually the field niggas gonna realize how is this information getting to these white folk? It's that house nigga,
Yeah.
right?
That house
So now we're not gonna tell you shit no more.
Exactly.
And now that white man said, "You found anything?"
No. Oh,
You
well,
say
ain't-
no too
you
many
ain't no
times.
good
We
to
don't
me.
need
now
you.
you gonna be in the field.
You know what? We finna lynch your ass.
And you're gonna
We
get
don't-
another one that's gonna
Correct. And
do
he
that
gonna
role.
sell the field niggas out too for
And
a
then-
while
and
till
then
they
he
stop
gonna get-
telling on them
Yep.
too. Now we don't need you either.
Yep.
Lynch him too.
Yep.
And this is the shit. And this shit just popped in my mind. I want to say that you sent this to me with them feeding black babies to alligators and shit.
Yeah.
Now I need to look at this to see
Man, I
if
saw
it's
that
true.
on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because from my
Oh, I looked it
understanding,
up. It is true.
that
Yeah,
I Googled it.
because you know, back in the day, they didn't want to do that shit because the slave was worth money to them. You know, and for them to, that's some cruel ass shit.
Yeah.
You know, and again, The niggas are the barbarics though, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But you sitting there feeding a fucking black
Feeding babies and
to an alligator.
I
They're
need to look something up that I saw. I think it's Louisiana where they trying to bring the Vagrancy Act back. You know about that shit? Vagrancy Act in 1866. They came up with the Vagrancy Act. What this was, if you was a black person, of course, they were free or whatever after that. If you didn't own land or you didn't have a job, they would lock you up in jail basically for 3 months. But you would be given out to go work at these plantations. So I heard Louisiana, somebody said, I gotta look it up, that in Louisiana they trying to bring that Vagrancy Act back to lock black people up if you're not working, don't have a job, doing anything of that nature, to lock you up, because treat you like basically you're a criminal. They say you're a criminal if you're not working, don't have a job, and don't own your own home.
And that's the question I have, like, in today's environment, with this administration, the way things are, do y'all think it's an attack on black people?
Do we think it's an attack on that?
That's an obvious
Yeah.
one, ain't it?
Okay, so to the Jay-Z point, because in addition to him, like, working with Target or whatever he's doing and other things you mentioned, he don't really speak out, right?
Right.
So
Not at all.
few podcasts ago, I asked about black people being obligated. Should or are they obligated to speak out, especially the ones that have gained a certain level of success? Now, I don't believe they're obligated, but when they don't, it tells me something about that person.
Correct.
Well, you
And
know,
this is the thing.
Jay-Z, I haven't really heard anything from Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, you ain't gonna hear nothing from her.
she talking about
She
bringing up
Yeah, well, tripping on stage, talking about she was on drugs
Yeah,
and shit.
that is.
Yeah,
Why
that
are we
wouldn't
bringing
even
that? Why are we
because
bringing that up now?
just like 50 Cent said about Oprah, she ain't shit either. She done got into that world, and now they don't give a fuck about. And I'm telling you, we went over this before with what you just said about the what you was just saying
About being obligated?
about the obligations, right? And Jay-Z comes from the fucking
Right.
Marcy Project.
Yeah.
How do you not feel an obligation? And I tell you why. Because you get so removed from it. Because, like, let's say, from birth till he was about, I'm assuming like maybe 24 or something like that.
24, yeah.
Now, during those later teen years up till 24, he was selling drugs. But you still not getting a taste of the life he got now. You living a good life off of the drug selling and whatever, right? Once he moved past that rap career into this kind of mogul type thing, well, now you getting money in a area that ain't got nothing to do with the hood and shit no more.
No.
And so at this point, if you go from 24, I think he came out when he came out in 96, I think, with the Reasonable Doubts album.
You're right.
Right? So, and he was born in 69, I think. So if you go with 96, he would have been about 27. So you go with like to 2000. So that would put him at about 31. Well, right now, he gotta be, what, about 57?
56, 57, yeah.
57.
He's lived this life that he's living now for long enough to forget about that shit.
Yeah.
And he ain't trying to turn back.
Right.
So you gotta ask yourself, which side is he gonna choose? The life he living or the life he know that everybody had that was like his, to try to bring them up and make sure everything is right. And I can tell you right now what he gonna choose, and he's showing you what he gonna choose.
Because he's comfortable now.
Correct. And you know I ain't gonna say no shit about Jay-Z, because he's the one that I think is number one as far as rappers. We went over that
He was on my
right?
list too.
I'm still
But I ain't gonna sit here and lie. He don't, when it comes to his priorities, niggas don't rank over his living a rich lifestyle.
Nah.
And that's
He
what
won't
it
fight that fight.
And the same with Oprah.
Here's the thing.
You think Oprah gonna choose our ass over living the lifestyle she
Tyler
live?
Perry.
All of them. And
I ain't heard him say
he
anything.
hiding under a house from his dad or some shit when he was a kid and shit. He was living in poverty. But once they get that money, They ain't thinking about your black ass.
Here's the thing that I've stated.
But they gonna do enough. What they gonna do?
They thinking about you when they want you to buy their shit.
Correct.
Go to their movie.
Yeah.
And
all
that's
that
why they do the little PR things. Like
Yeah.
you take Oprah with the Africa kids for the
What is that
schooling
now?
and shit
Right.
and all this kind of shit. That's to make you think I care.
And then
this
you
is
let-
PR move.
Then take Tyler Perry. He have a list of actors that he only used.
Correct.
And it's come out that he was abusing some of the black actors and actors
You could
that he
tell
used.
by the ones that he was using. If you look at Tyler Perry movies, especially some of the more current ones, you don't see any real black stars in them. It's like people you never heard of because you can pay them any fucking thing and make those motherfucking movies.
You just as bad as the white
And
man.
that's why he always on the titles of his movie, Tyler Perry's whatever the title is.
Exactly.
Right?
You gotta put his name on there.
It ain't just because you gonna go see it because Tyler Perry.
Right.
So I can put anybody in it and I can pocket all of the money for myself.
And
They don't give a fuck about black people.
Here's the thing, man. I said this earlier today. White people, some of them, some of the racist white,
Yeah.
look at us as savages. So when the black person gets a certain level, they look at themselves, oh, now at least I'm looked at as a human being.
Yeah.
I ain't got to look at as white, but I can at least be looked at as a human being now.
Last one.
So if that's the case, they comfortable being looked at as a human being. That's just the level that I don't care about looking at me on your same level.
Yeah.
At least look at me now as a human being
Yeah.
and not the savage no more.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to stay.
So I'm gonna say this, and then we can end this segment about the boycott. This is, and y'all can chime in on it if you want to. I want to say this about Byron Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Byron Allen was a person that I saw a bunch of niggas accused of being an Uncle Tom because he don't hold his dick when he walking and all this kind of shit. But if you look at what Byron Allen is doing,
Yeah, man.
he doing more for black people than any of these motherfuckers. Snoop Dogg, right? Snoop Dogg saying all that bullshit. He hard holding his nuts and all this shit. You go and vote for Trump, then you would say, I want to see which one of you sellout niggas do it.
And then
then he fucking do it,
You
right?
go, and then you go, yeah.
But
you
what
farm
Byron,
and go
but
do
what
a
Byron
show
Allen
with
doing while he talking sensibly to everybody, he got the grill. What you see, black shows on there. He got a black network. He's celebrating black people.
Yeah.
I just recently looked at him on a thing with
He was getting interviewed, right?
with Don Lemon.
Yeah.
Telling you this whole thing. So while y'all sitting around talking about Byron Allen because y'all wear a do-rag on your head and all this bullshit, you can wear all that shit and try to talk hood and all this shit, but you ain't doing a motherfucking thing for black people. Byron Allen ain't talking like that and doing tons of shit for black people.
Maybe more than
exactly.
any
So
other.
while you motherfuckers sitting around calling Byron Allen Uncle Tom, take a look in the motherfucking mirror, and if y'all want to chime in on that, go ahead.
Well, and that's the same thing with all these black people that's these Trump lovers, right? Blacks for Trump. And Trump gonna tell you, I've done more for black people than anybody. And nobody can tell me what it exactly is that he's done.
Exactly.
He just, he ain't, there you go. So
Yeah.
when you start, if you don't do your research and you just listening to what somebody said,
Yeah.
and then you go and you can pick 10 families, 10 black
Yeah.
families, and go in them houses and interview or talk to these people
Yeah.
and ask them that one question.
Yeah.
What do you feel like this president has done for you? It's not going to be anything they can say.
I guess what I'm trying to say here is, why do people just look at how hood a motherfucker is and grade him on that instead of what he's actually doing?
Right.
Byron Allen is actually doing something for black people.
Yeah.
You get a motherfucker like Snoop Dogg that we thought was our ally, and he go take his ass there for a couple of bucks to go perform for Trump after saying the shit he said.
Yeah.
So again, I'm shouting out big ups to Byron Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have a problem with all the
Absolutely,
black people
brother.
that reached a certain level of success.
Yes.
That then they turn their back on the black
What's-
community. The people that helped them reach that certain level of success.
There you go.
I mean, because like Nelly. I mean, when his sister was sick, He was begging black people to go donate bone marrow.
Pray and all this.
All this kind of stuff. And then right when he get over there with Trump,
Yep.
and his sister, God rest her soul, passed away. He don't give a fuck about black people no more.
And this the thing, Cliff. Byron Allen got more money than all them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And he still didn't sell out.
Yeah.
Right? But they always was critiquing the man because
Yeah, they
he
was.
talked with good diction and the whole nine. But guess who's still here trying to do something for black people? You look at the griot, right?
Yeah.
Is the whole lineup black?
Yep.
So what we doing here? We gonna sit here and talk about Byron Allen, but you got your so-called Crip nigga sitting here talking about talking about people. I want to see who the first one to go perform for Trump, and motherfucker, you end up being the first one to do it.
Yeah.
It's that one word.
So get the fuck out of here with
Conditional.
that shit. Correct.
See, it's like conditional love, right? Either you love someone or you don't. You can't base that off of, well, I love this person, but he did this, and I don't love him no more.
And what I'm saying,
That don't make it makes no sense. You never loved him in the first place, then, if that's the case.
what I'm saying is, let's look at some substance instead of the bullshit.
There you go.
You sitting around looking at because a motherfucker hold his dick and say some gang lyrics and all this kind of shit instead of the motherfucker that's actually doing something. Just because you in a gang and all this shit, but you go and perform for a motherfucker that's oppressing black people, and we supposed to say, oh yeah, this the one that's the black one, but the one that don't do that shit and constantly doing shit for black people, you gonna ridicule him because he ain't going and gangbang somebody and all this kind of shit. Y'all need to wake the fuck up.
You need to wait, because then you got white folks who disapprove of what Trump doing
Yeah.
and would decline
Absolutely.
any invitation.
Yeah.
So that's the part about what you said earlier is those are the ones you need to embrace.
But I'm
you
talking
can't
about
shun them off.
letting black be defined by bullshit is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Where you from?
Correct.
Right.
Whatever. That
Correct.
That don't make you black.
Exactly. You selling us the fuck out while you doing all that shit.
Yeah.
Stop falling for that shit, Black America. And
That's the difference between niggas and Negroes.
correct. And you know what it's time for.
Oh shit.
What? You know what it's time for?
You're perfectly right. You niggas is wild.
You goddamn right. You niggas is wild. Check this shit out.
But we keep it real. We have something for everyone. So like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. Lil' No. It's gangster. Yeah. Buttons, blades, 84s, 83s. Wardrobe gold, crease to my knees. Hold up, man, hold up. Hold up, man, hold up. Get Skrilla what we do, folding up cash. H-Time street product, I got a mash. What's up, I'm sitting on Brook High. Right now, fuck you and your frame of mind.